Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are of course on the Citadel server in the rain. And we are going to continue work here in Westhill. A nearly 2.5-year-old medieval town build. And the thing that I was struggling with the last time we were streaming, which was Sunday, is this area right here. We finished the downside of the hill. I think this looks good. We haven't really textured the wall much. We've got some, I think, final lighting as far as things go. I wouldn't mind making this maybe a little bit special or different somehow. But this path needs some more, I guess, attention, as does this top part here. And I've got no idea what I'm doing up there. And we might start with completing this tree and making it look a little bit nicer. A little bit blocky right now, so we might try that. This one looks a little bit better. And the down part of this is finished over there, but then nothing along here is really finished either. So we've got work to do. Cosmic Kel Dan, good to see everybody. Obu, as always. So what do we need? We don't need that. I don't think we're going to need the buckets or the bow and arrow right now. Can probably skip those as well. I might keep a couple of saplings just in case. Actually, we might need those for custom tree things. Now that I think about it. All right, we're going to be working on some things that require some bushes. I think I might bring all of this. I really want to get some rooted dirt, so I think we're going to have to do some azalea farming. I'm going to have to figure out where to do that. Meto, hello, hello. Good to see you. So where's a good spot? I guess this is probably just as good a spot as any. So I don't really need a lot of azalea leaves. We've already stocked up on that. So I'm just going to put these in a row. I forgot to bring grass, but I think I got dirt on me. It's been a while since I've done this. What we don't need for bushes, we'll just turn into compost. Bone meal. I think it's really nice that you can reach just about everything without jumping. Some of them just get a little bit too big. Wouldn't mind getting the extra sticks. That way we don't have to sacrifice any wood. Stora, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I get disoriented as well when I'm looking straight up, especially if I'm caving. At least outside I've got the sky, but if I'm inside, like working on the ceiling of a build or something, I really find it weird. It's because your mouse has a limit. Like when you look up, you hit like a sticking point, and that becomes strange to me. It is straight up, like you can look directly 180 straight up, but it's a little bit odd. All right, this is what we were really after. All that work for about a half a stack. Now this is the tedious part about azalea. Is the oak wood. Not azalea wood, but oak wood. Unfortunately. I really wish they would update this. Hopefully that's coming. Hopefully that's a minor thing that they'll add. But the conversation we always have on the spawn chunks is that when you add a new wood type, you add like, I can't remember what it is. It's like 27 different items in the inventory. It's crazy. Because there's stairs and slabs and trapdoors and fences and all that kind of stuff. We get a lot of flowering azalea in this batch too. Never thought to ask, Cosmic, do you have enough flowering azalea? Like, are you flush with flowers for Somerville? Minecraft Melly, good to see you back again. Hope everybody had a good weekend. There's a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out. I just realized I did not update that command. Cosmic, I'm not sure whether you grabbed that or not, but the episode 240, where we talked about Minecraft Legends, which is coming out a week from today. And Johnny and I talked about his hands-on experience at a creator event that he went to in London, where he played on his own for a bit, and then he played with Grian, False Symmetry, and a couple of other creators. He really likes the game. He's got a couple of streams out where, or at least he's got a video out on YouTube, and he's got a stream out on his Twitch channel where he kind of went over the footage that he was able to capture, and then kind of went like a play-by-play, almost like a sports telecast over it, which was really cool. So if you're interested in that game, I highly suggest you check out Pix's videos. I realize I've been calling him Johnny and Pixelrips in the same conversation, but I think most people here know who I'm talking about. And I guess we got 2 saplings back. I don't really feel like doing more. Oh, we were getting kind of low, I guess. I didn't realize how low we were getting. That's cool. This we actually need to run into. Just need the wood to go into storage. Oh, I keep on missing this alley. Thanks for updating the command, Cosmic. Appreciate it. So depending on how this goes today, if it gets frustrating, I might go and start a bridge or something, because we've got that on the list as well. Don't need the bone meal. Well, actually, we might need some bone meal. Bushes, let's just bring this and this with us. Should be good. Yes, Joel, I often go start a bridge whenever I'm frustrated. Well, I'm frustrated with this area. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. I feel like I could maybe put a cart or something in here, but there's not a lot of room for one. And I'd like to try and come up with something here. These are all, I think, oak bushes, which I probably should have brought something other than azalea. Let's just bring the whole bush box. All right, so first off, let's just smooth this out and see how this is shaping up. We've got 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm thinking this could actually get taken back. Oh, I needed the shears for these. I knew there was something. Between tasks and work today, I've spent far too much time on Pinterest. It is full of wonderful inspiration of things above your skill level in Minecraft. Well, that's, I mean, it's a good place to start. It's a good way to push yourself, right? I have to be careful sometimes when I'm online looking at art or sometimes Minecraft builds and stuff like that. I end up in a situation where I want to do other things, and I have to like hold myself back, be like, no, you need to finish the thing that you're working on now before you start anything else new. And we've got to sleep. That's a good piece of advice, Meadow. Like, just giving it a go, I think, is worth a shot. You know, plus, I mean, you're part of a big community, Cosmic. You can always start something, get a good framework going, and then if you get stuck, you can always post it in chat in Discord or something and see what people might have to say. So here, I think I'm going to switch these out for azalea. I think they match the moss better. And I didn't bring my moss block either. Might as well take advantage of not yet being in a taiga biome. Aside from just wanting things to be perfect to keep me from starting, my main issue is that I keep making any big or build bigger and more complex than the original idea, says Meadow. Yeah, you can get, things can get out of hand if you're not careful. That's why I like stages and planning. I find that it's usually a nicer way to go. We're starting to get into the taiga biome here, so that's why I want to focus more on grass bits. I find you can use moss carpet to really help with the edges of paths too. Now I'm okay with the stuff down here being oak leaves, because there's an oak tree right above it. I think I might want to have a little bit more happening down here. Maybe not. Yeah, the moss block doesn't really go very well with the oak leaf, does it? Interesting. Let's go with grass instead, I guess. Maybe one of these. Nope. Yeah, sure. A little bit of overlap, a little bit of layering happening. Is that kind of thing a problem for you in a 2+-year-old world? Do you get points where you have to just, I have to walk away when I'm looking at making changes? Oh, absolutely. I don't always mention it when I'm on stream, but areas like this are definitely, they definitely get like a good enough, you know? The only reason I'm paying so much attention to this right now is because it's part of the approach, your first impressions of the city coming in from the south. Don't know whether we can get away with moss there or not. Sort of. All right, so here I think what I want to do is push one of these a little bit closer to help frame things out a bit. And I think that might mean losing this. Oops. Do I have jungle here too? I do. This might be a little bit greener. Might be an easier transition between the azalea. It's funny, jungle looks like dark azalea, but it looks like light oak. Or I guess to say it goes well with it in that sort of respect. I don't know if I like that up there or not. Do we like the too tall bush? The inspiration pics folder for my current world has over 600 pictures, says Meta. Wow. Yeah, you want to go for, places that are seen, frequently by people or players or whatever. And maybe have that be your focus. It's the same way that you work on a painting, right? Like you'd focus on the things that you want people to see first. We could probably get away with something here. Yeah, that could probably work. Do I have a spare bed somewhere? Nope. Got a funny feeling we're just going to be saving ourselves a lot of time. Move this over here. So I'm trying to figure out where we might be able to put in some extra tall grass. I like the little bit that we've got going on there. I feel like this is probably going to need some extra bits here. SweetSandi with 200 bits. Cheering for the spring. Thanks so much, SweetSandi. Really appreciate that. I do find these flowers a little bit distracting. I'm wondering if they'd be better off maybe down by the river or something. Whoops. Yeah, better there. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. I'm glad you liked the greenery combo. I mean, there's always a purpose, right? Like, I'm trying to frame up this path here that goes down that way. And just trying to make it feel like, basically just make it feel like side of a road, you know? Now, unfortunately, I think I used all my grass. Yeah. I guess these chunks aren't loaded. Oh, the joys of collecting grass. This should be good. Feels pretty good coming this way too. Maybe missing a little bit along here. Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe a little bit repetitive. Nope, I like that better. maybe we'll move this one. I wonder if I can do like a bush here instead, just for something more interesting. I think maybe azalea instead. Yeah, it's a little bit more unique. Makes me want to put more of that down. Gives a nice edge to the road. I think that helps. Cool. I think that's pretty good for the south side of the tree here. Just maybe a few more bits of grass up here. It's hard because this is where it transitions into the other biome. I wonder if I can get away with a dirt slab on the edges of these things in the same way we tried to soften the edges of the blocks with bushes. I wonder if like having a couple of these here could help. Yeah, that's not bad, you know. Could maybe even push it farther. I'm not going to use a slab there though. Aldebar, hello, hello. And the third pilot, hello, Joel. I've been listening to the Spawn Chunks, recently caught, and finally caught you live. Very cool. Welcome in. Welcome in. So this is where I want to step away because I can feel myself starting to get carried away a little bit. But it helps, I think, with those. Maybe we'll try that with grass on top of it. Yeah. Cool. I find with this kind of stuff, you don't want to overdo it. You kind of want to layer things where you can, so that there's space in between them. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not careful, all of a sudden you're landscaping like 300 blocks into the distance. I get it. Yeah. Third pilot, when did you start listening to the Spawn Chunks, out of curiosity? How long have you been listening? I feel like I want to squeak in some tall grass here. Maybe not there. I feel like it wants to happen here. No, I don't know. I want more happening over here, but that is not what I want. Oh well. Oh, that's a weird color. Doesn't look good at all. Okay, so here we can probably get away with some stuff on the side of the road and other things. So before I actually tackle the path, I want to tackle this other side. You're going to do it when Impulse was on, so whenever that was. Most recently, like in the last year, I think we had him on in 2023. Pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe that was the fall? Gosh, when was Impulse last on the show? Anybody remember? So again, I'm going to switch these out to Azalea, because I think they match better with the grass. And I think for this, it might be worth like actually having it touch. So it's not really a fence, but it definitely feels like you're getting cut off a bit. Actually, let's switch these around. I just placed something there and didn't like it. Cool. Still feels a little open here. These all stick out in the road. Yeah, I think we can have to come up with a couple of other things along here that will work. We can try some carpets in places. Yeah. Maybe there. It's tough when you've got a set path. Maybe this is going to be better off as a bush. Nope, not Oakley's. Nope, too close. Ooh, I like that. Except for maybe not coarse dirt underneath. We'll go with moss instead. Yeah, I don't mind that. More moss required. Got a funny feeling we're going to be using a lot of moss in this. Such an easy way to smooth things out. I'm just going to bring the whole thing. Whoa. So with the stuff like this, I just find I kind of just go with the flow and kind of see where things are going. Kind of walk at it from both angles. Could probably do jungle back here, actually. Or maybe out here. It really is weird in this biome. It doesn't seem to match as well. All right. Back to Zalia. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go back and forth with these till we get them where we want them. In terms of just like weaving the bushes in and out of the embankment, you know? Feels a little bit too far forward here, I think. I don't know, I feel like the grass is really throwing me. Jay Price subscribing tier 1, 21 months. Thanks so much, Jay Price. Appreciate the support. Need more advice than go with the flow. What do you mean? So, in art, or at least when I'm illustrating, lines sort of have like a flow to it. So, where's a good example? Well, sure, if we just get up higher. So here's an example of the flow not working. So you can see that the edge of the river has kind of like a flow where it makes an S curve, right? You might be able to see it a little bit more on the map, but you can see like this kind of flows around like that. There's a subtle bend, like it's curves to the left, then it curves to the right, then it curves to the left again. And the next layer of grass is not following that flow. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to generally follow that direction for me for it to look good. So what I'm doing here is the same sort of idea, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. So I've already done the 2 dimensions, right? Like we've already done the path left to right. So it goes out this way, curves in, and then curves back. So it's a subtle S, right? So that's your 2 dimensions. So then now I'm looking at this curve, right? So it's flat, steep, and then flat again. And so that's the curve that I'm trying to flow with the bushes. I'm trying to follow the flow of the path, right? So like, for example, this is in the way, right? We probably are going to have to widen this out, actually. And I think that probably means pushing this back. Does that make sense? So like I've sort of, and even then, like I'm sort of seeing now that I've made this, there's too many straight blocks in a row. So I'm probably going to want to pull this back again. Right? And then this, I think we might even pull down a little bit. And nope, that doesn't work. Nope, that doesn't work either. Weirdly, river biomes are very similar to taiga biomes. And as you get into the river transition, it gets really weird green. So this doesn't work as well. I wonder if oak works better. Yeah, a little bit. Maybe jungle. Oak is denser. But I had a problem with the the river over by the west gate too, because it gets very, very green. What did I use over there? If only we could go over and check quickly. Does the minimap come in a helpful for you to work out flows and lines like that? Oh, absolutely. I mean, well, part of it is me having experience as an artist, but a lot of it is having the ability to do the 2 dimensions exactly how I want them. It saves a lot of time. You can still do it. Yeah, what biome are we in here? It is a river, and these are oak leaves and jungle leaves. But the grass is not the same color. I guess technically we're in a forest transition into a river biome. That's probably why the grass color is such a strange... Like, look, you can see the difference. You can see the difference between that grass color and this grass color. Like, the path, absolutely. Like, that's a different color than that is. The grass here is obviously meant to match more with the oak leaves. I don't think I want to go that high. So you can start to see now what we've done by giving a pretty solid wall here on the right. It makes you kind of walk over this way. So it makes you follow that S-curve. Because most people are not going to walk up the path like that. They're going to want to give themselves a spin. So it actually, this might be in the wrong spot. I might want to push that back. Yeah, so you can see how I want the player to walk on the right side here as they get ready to go straight down that way. And that other bush was in the way. I'm just going to change this into a moss block. Oh, there goes the shears finally. One less thing to worry about in the inventory. Does that make sense? Was that a decent explanation? I hope so. Because I'm not doing it again. We got this whole embankment to just not sure what I'm going to do. So this goes back to what I was talking about on Monday on the spawn chunks, is that when I want to do a landscape feature that I'm puzzled with, I need to bookend it. So you can see how, like, I want to do something here, but before I do that, I needed to finish this, and I needed to finish this other side of it, which we've done. So this other side is finished. So I needed to finish sort of like this area before I can do this. But before I can do this path in that area, I needed to do the right side of it and the left side of it, right? So you can kind of see where the method to my madness, right? I think that would be better as a mossy combo, like what we've got over here. Break time when you're ready, says Cosmic. Thanks very much. Good idea. Cool. No, I'm glad that helped. So it's the same thing with, like, when you're modeling something in like a CG program. Like if I wanted to make something that was a specific shape, like let's say you're just making the letter L or something like that, right? So let's just pretend that Minecraft isn't giving us 3 dimensions here. Let's just pretend it's only giving us 2, right? So you get 2 of your 3 dimensions and you finalize those. And then you extrude your other dimension, right? And I'm doing the same thing with the paths. It's the same idea. So first thing I do is the top down, right? Which gives you your left and right, your north, south, east, west shape, right? And then I come along and I give it its 3rd dimension. And that's what we're doing here in a much more complicated way. But if you watch me do paths, you'll notice that I do the top down first, and then I add the layers in terms of the y-axis. You know, I do X and Z first, and then I do the Y-axis last. Just because the map makes the X and Z axis so easy. All right, folks, I take a break once an hour, give myself a stretch, refresh my coffee. You should too. Grab a friend, grab a snack. We'll be right back. Man, in these little candlelit fishing huts, it is dark. It's spawn proof, but it is very dark at night. Very dark at night. I need more. Don't need more bone meal. Is there anything else here I need? I wanted one of these. Maybe not both of them. Maybe just the one on the bottom. Sure. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Ginger the Lily subscribing at tier 1, 35 months. Wow, 1 month away from a full 3 years. That's amazing. Ginger says hi, dropping in to say hi after the pick stream and found this lurking. Just going to grab some food and have a nap. Take care of the lurk. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for the support, Ginger. Always good to see you. Hope Picks had a good stream. Thanks for the shout out for Ginger Cosmic. Appreciate it. And we're out of grass again already. Whoops. All right. Stack goes pretty quickly. Let's just go somewhere that's not right next door. There's a giant cave over here. Didn't know that. Wow. Wonder what these dirt pieces are from. Interesting. I wish you could harvest grass with the hoe, maybe with Silk Touch. I think that would be a much better way to do this because the hoe has got mending on it and it's got, I mean, I guess I could technically put mending on shears, but that seems like a waste. What I should do is just hook up like a dispenser and do like a redstone grass farm or something. Sheep grazing evidence. Ah, there you go. That's, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. So you can sort of see how this is coming together once we get up high. You can sort of see how I'm like, it's taking a shape, like adding this little bit here, it kind of gives this little area a shape to it, which will hopefully inform what we might want to do with it. This is the kind of stuff where you're not entirely sure, you know, as you're placing things down, what you can do to help make things feel like more overgrown or more solid, or it's like stuff like this is nice because you can create like a geometric difference from one to the other. Whoops. What I try to do is just kind of dither out any kind of texture in the same way that a plant would spread, you know, just to try to make it feel a little bit more unique. Oh, see, that's going the wrong way. That's the thing. And that just feels like too much of the same. Guess just one. So we'll just go with one. Planning on reworking the tree? Yes, I'm happy with most of it. I think the overall shape is good in terms of like the main chunks, like a big chunk at the bottom that's kind of on an angle. Like I like that this is kind of like an oval on an angle. I like that this is kind of looks like a bean shape. I want it to be a little bit shorter because right now it's very similar in height to the church in terms of your visual kind of tangents. So I want it to be, pardon me, a little bit lower and less square. So we're probably going to come in and do like bits like this where I think here it would be better to like take away than it would be to add. Right? Just kind of emphasize a bit. Oh yeah, that's the wrong way. And then maybe take off some parts at the top there. You know, just to kind of make it less square. Same thing here. So we can go around and tweak this. You have to kind of push in a lot of asymmetry, but even just that little change, right? You can see the bottom taking shape a little bit more, which is nice. And we could even have some stuff going up on the left and right, but Naaman XV, thanks for saying hi. All right. So then we're down to here. And we need to sleep. Thanks. Some of the is mostly vanilla. There's only a couple of custom textures. So even though I don't want to just turn everything into moss, I feel like there's definitely an advantage here. To making sure that this path stands out, you know? And we will likely tweak the texture here a little bit as well. For every one block we place, we've got to replace like 4. I probably could do a little bit more with these ferns in places too. Wonder if this could look good as flowering. Yeah, it's not bad. So I'm just kind of looking at this bush sort of flowing this way and then adding some height to it. And you might even want to go thicker there. I'm trying not to replace every dirt block, but it's hard not to sometimes. I wonder if we can break this up a little bit. It's a little bit better. Feels lower anyway. Naaman and Pos69, thanks very much for the follows. Appreciate it. Oh, right. I forgot about the Exalia bits that we can do down there. It's a good idea too. Yeah, this is very much approached, I find, like a painting. That's kind of a straight line. Let's switch those around. Switch those around. Whoops. Take it easy. Ginger, thanks again. Appreciate it. The answer to will this look good as a flowering azalea is always yes, says Cosmic. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think we might need to pop a couple of them up here. Kind of balances it up a little bit. I don't think I brought any of the saplings. Let's go get some. Can't remember who was doing it. I think it was Scotsman. I mean, I've seen it before, but Scotsman was definitely doing stuff like this when I was on their stream after a raid a little while ago. Now, it may not look good out here. Yeah, we may have to be careful with how far we push in with this color. Whoops. Yeah, and I think maybe we can even have a little bit going on down here too. So we're still getting a little bit of brown, seeing like through the bushes in some places, which is good. And this is always the challenging part when you've got this top layer. It's a straight line. And probably get away with a second bush here. And then we've got the moss carpet that can help separate things out vertically a little bit. Some of which you can't see. That's fine. M, hello. It's been a minute. How was vacation? Very refreshed. Good stuff. Good stuff. Was it a travel vacation, or was it like a find a tropical beach chair, sit down and do nothing vacation? I guess would probably still involve travel, but I mean like travel adventure or travel travel just like do nothing. Italy. Wow. Definitely not relaxing. I don't know. The amount of pasta that I would eat in Italy would be pretty relaxing. I'd be in a food coma most of the time I'd be there. I'm jealous. Italy's on my bucket list of places I really want to go. Oh, those are too close. Yeah. I don't want to just completely get rid of all the brown, because we didn't do that over here. I managed to still leave some brown bits, and it looks okay. I think what's missing is that we've got a lot of grass, and I'd like to change that into a few of these could be ferns. Yeah, that's better. All right. That's pretty good. It's a little flat. I feel like we might need to bring up a bush along here somewhere. Yeah. And that will help with these, actually. Yeah, that helps break things up a bit. Oh, don't like that. Yeah, so it feels, I think that feels like a pretty complete hedge. There's a little bit of sort of like areas that are a little bit strange. Feels kind of flat in some places, but I think we're okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like that better. Maybe we'll just switch those. Sure. Looks good. Yeah. What's the right side done? Oops. Wrong. All right. Got carpet, got grass. Need more shears. So as far as the other side of this path goes, I mean, kind of challenging because of the river biome stuff, but I think what I want to do is I want to keep it as low as I can because we've gone fairly thick and high here on this side. So on this side, I think I want to take it down a little bit. But right away, I want to make this a little bit more subtle. Some of that could maybe be worked in to be a little bit more muddy. Yeah, and so moss is not going to work over here. We're going to be very selective how we do this. I don't know whether azalea would look good over here or not. Nope. How about jungle? I think better than the oak in some places. The oak seems to work in the darker corners and stuff. That's not bad. I think maybe we can get under here. And if we play our cards right with the flowers, we might be able to layer them behind the bushes a bit. So that they're still there, but they're not quite as pronounced. Cool. Trying to give that a little bit of an edge, you know? It's funny how, even though we all know we can walk through grass no problem, by having it overgrown like that, it kind of, as a human, you're like, that would be a pain in the butt to walk through, so I'm not going to go that way. So then we're just left with this part here, and I feel like it might be a good spot for a tree. thinking maybe like right there maybe. Or even there. It's hard because there's a tree right behind me. There. Try not to line them up. So the thing about adding trees like this is that it can kind of like retroactively give you a reason why the path is where it is. So if I'm going down this way and I realize there's a tree right there, and if it's easier to go to the left of it than it is to go to the right of it, then that's where I'm going to make that path, you know? That's going to be, well, yeah, we might not want it that close. And yeah. I feel like it's a little bit straight and I want to do something a little bit more interesting with it. So we'll see what we can come up with. Oh, need more leaves. Yeah, I think that's adding some layers to the scene, which I like. And then we just have to make it a little bit taller. And just a little bit thicker on this side. Why do leaves have a dirt placing sound is because I don't like the grass placing sound, so I've replaced it with the dirt placing sound. So here's where I think I want to move the trunk a little bit. just to help sell that lean a little bit. Yeah, not bad. Unfortunately, it overlaps that, but it doesn't from this side, so that's okay. All right, so the only thing here is that I think we need to just, it's a little bit flat on the top, so we're going to trim it back a little bit, and that'll help with this area here. So we're going to take out that. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. That's a little bit better. Yeah. Simple. And I think I might want to try and get a fence gate or something. Something subtle for some detail. Yeah, that works. And then can I squeeze one in over here maybe? Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. Oh, that feels kind of strange. Yeah, that works. And then we're just going to do a little bit of groundscaping around it. Actually, no, I want a rock there. Need to go get some other things. No inventory space. So this is where you can change some colors a little bit and have things just create more of a visual, I guess, moment, we'll call it. I'm just thinking it would be cool to have a rock next to the tree. Oh, too much. I think I like that better. And then maybe we can add in just a subtle change in the trunk. Very, very minor. Yeah. It kind of overpowers the other tree behind it, unfortunately, but only from this angle. This tree is really more about like being looked at from here to frame the church. And we have a nice reveal of the bell tower now too. And then of course the big custom tree looks pretty good from this side too. Uh-oh, time for some more carrots. I have not seen the changes to the tables and chairs data pack. I know Chuck had reached out and said that they were going to be making sure that some things were being considered when they were moving things over. I don't know whether it's a good thing. There's just so much changing with the pack, I decided to just save any kind of comments until after it was done. Oh, this is going to be a pain. Let's just temporarily empty a bunch of stuff in here. Easy breezy done. What do I not need here? Guess I can just turf that. You can make benches now with the chairs. Looks like a park bench. Oh yes, they and a working grandfather clock. So the grandfather clock and stuff like that, I feel is kind of overkill. But yeah, the benches, the park benches, I think they had told me about, and I can't remember whether there's something else. I know that they were doing the cherry wood. Cherry wood was going to be part of the pack too. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think maybe we just need a little bit more happening on this level. Maybe we'll not do that here. Yeah. Looking good. Yeah. I think that ties that up nicely. I think I like that tree. This is one of those situations where like you kind of give it a go, and if it doesn't work out, then you're like, well, maybe next time I'll just do something different. Actually, what if I changed this one instead? Yeah, that's better. Nope. Maybe not. Yeah, it's weird. See, then it starts to feel a little bit too perfect, right? Although, at least it's on a different level than the other side, so it sort of has like a slight angle to it. Cool. So then the only thing left to do is just this path. I will need those. Put away the bushes. I'll leave the moss in case I need the moss. I'll need probably mangrove, gray terracotta, soul sand, soul soil. Definitely that. Don't know about that. And I think I'm going to need at least a little bit of gravel. When does the clock chime? Oh, the grandfather clock? Something like midday and midnight. Interesting. I want to set up some bells to go at certain times of day with like daylight sensors and stuff. I think that could be really cool. Because those are gold blocks. We could make it sound like there's a bell, which would be a cool kind of finishing touch. But I'd set it up so that it would go at like sunrise and sundown. So we'd have to do some interesting redstone math to kind of figure out where that comes into play. Whoops. Oh, come on. Trying to remember whether the rooted dirt, I think it looks good along the edges. So does this. Oh, mud. That's the other thing that looks good in these paths. Do I not have any mud blocks? I guess those are inside the keep. Not having a good day with the elytra. Not having a good day. New to the channel, says Pizza Dog TV. Listen to the podcast all the time. Wanted to check out the stream. Wow, you explain what this looks like on podcast, but seeing it is so different. Thanks. Really appreciate that. I was looking for mud. Packed mud. Sorry. So here's a quick fly around for anybody that's new. Sirens not included. So as you can see, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty stuff just outside the town. Yeah, those do really feel nice together. Now I'd like to work in a little bit of something dark, and I think the closest we've got is either going to be mangrove or stripped dark oak. That might be, even that might be too dark. I can't think of anything that's in between. I guess stripped spruce. Or we can go with, I've got some oak logs like right in my inventory, so I could try that too. That's not bad, although we've got, I don't like using it because there's trees so close by. This is probably going to be too dark. Yeah, too dark for up here anyway. I think that sort of works. Wouldn't mind having something lighter here, actually. Brown concrete powder works. I've been using that. I just don't want to put another one right there. I was hoping for something a little bit darker than brown. But I think maybe we have enough textures going on. Yeah, that feels good. Now, unfortunately, we're kind of stuck with this because we don't have any other slabs. The only thing I can think of would be the spruce, maybe. So like spruce planks, stripped spruce. So in here, a stripped spruce might look okay. But again, it might look like too much. It just might look too much like wood. That's not terrible, right? Like it's got a little bit of green in it, so it's nice along the border in places. We could probably use it in a couple of key positions down here too, right? I just don't know whether this is going to look too much like wood. Yeah. So the only thing I can do in these situations to break them up a bit would be to put in like an andesite block or something. Because andesite is pretty close to gravel in terms of its tone. And it looks like there's some rocks in the area too. That kind of helps. If we increase the contrast over on the edge, then the rock will show up a little bit different. I'm not so sure about that kitty corner now, though. Kind of wonder whether that would be better off as just grass. Yeah, maybe what we'll do instead is have like a button. Maybe the other way. And what we want to do there, I guess I could probably throw in gravel. It does make that really, really light. Nope, I think maybe we just need a couple of textures in this one. Everything else is a little bit overkill. Let's nudge this back here. Yeah, that's fine. More slabs. Oof. Wonder if I can do mossy cobble there. Just because it's right up against the bushes. That works okay. Oh, that kind of lines up. Maybe we'll push that out here. It's tricky when it's only one block wide, you know, to try and subtly change the texture without overdoing it. I think maybe we need this to be rooted dirt, and then this will go back. Yeah. Switch that up. Let's go with brown concrete. And maybe we'll switch that back. I'm so glad I went and got that rooted dirt. It's definitely fun to work with. So here is where we can maybe get into a little bit more of the muddy shore. Although I do like that we've got so much path block. Oh, we should make that soil. Yeah, that's not bad. And then we could maybe, I don't know if I want to go more brown in here. Actually, that felt pretty good as a green, maybe even path block. If that's the case, though, I think maybe we'll switch these. And then, yeah. Yeah, and then we can maybe push in a little bit here. No, I think I like that better as path block. I was just testing you. You've already been using the concrete powder here. You've passed my test. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. So I think the only thing that doesn't really fit here is this one. We maybe need a little bit more coarse dirt there instead. Can try this one again. All right, last tweak. and then I can't see anything. And I guess we'll have to figure out at some point what we're going to do for a light down there. So that might cover up a little bit of what's going on. Fazu Battlecaster, hello. Yeah, I think that feels pretty good. Pretty finished if you ask me. So I don't know what would be down here, if anything, for a light. If I would say maybe something hanging here, maybe like a little light on a hook sort of idea. But for now, I think I'll just leave it. It looks very strange on the map, but I feel like it looks okay here. The darker blocks feel a little bit strange, but I'd say that is the completed riverbank for this side. Feels pretty good all the places that you look. Maybe a couple more pieces of grass. I just noticed some dirt stuff over this way that was a little bit distracting. Yeah. That's better. Maybe just a few more bits up top. Yep. Good stuff. Path feels framed from both ends. This is where I wish we had, you know, like apples and apple tree textures or just something different, you know, to kind of make that tree stand out a little bit. I guess I could change it to a different leaf type like birch or something. I could try it as an azalea tree. That'd be a lot of work. Yeah, so still not sure what's going in here. It might just be more of the same sort of like random bush, grass kind of like stuff. I'd like it to be something more unique. Obviously, we've got a key feature here in the tree, but that'll have to wait until tomorrow. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That's pretty good. So folks, this is where I'm going to sign off for today. I do have some other things I have to do, but I think this is looking pretty cool. It's a nice little sheltered fishing spot should anybody need to come and get some fish. Looks really lush down here and overgrown. And then if we back up and come in from the south, you'll see that we've got quite a lot of layers going on. The path is very obvious. Yep. Very, very obvious, kind of like check this out. And I know my shulker boxes are in the way, but coming up this way, path is obviously still there as well. And then this tree kind of acts as like an extension of this one, kind of unfolds and realizes that there's more down this way than you originally thought. The only mistake I think I made with that tree is I might have made it a little bit too close to this. The whole thing could be moved a little bit, but as far as coming down here, it's not too close to the path. I think it maybe could have been like there or here or something, but whatever. Too late now. Too late now. Digging it. All right. If you would like to leave a follow, then you'll be able to get a notification the next time I go live. You can also follow on Twitter at Joel Duggan. Very easy to find. Don't forget to check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. Brand new episode out today. There is also going to be new episodes of the Citadel Cafe coming. I've got one of those in the hopper to edit. That's hopefully going to be publishing today or tomorrow. And well, probably tomorrow or Thursday, actually, now that I say that out loud. Make sure to follow on all the social media and be sure to check out Patreon, which is where you can either join my patron server or you can just support the stream on your own. And all roads lead to Rome. You can get access to the Discord with a Prime sub, with a Twitch tier 1 sub, or with a Patreon support membership, which is the most affordable. So if you're tightening up the entertainment budget and you want to support the stream and you don't really care about the Twitch badges and the emotes and stuff like that, then check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It's one of the best ways actually to support me, and I truly appreciate all of it. Cosmic, thanks so much for the moderation. Thanks to everybody for the bits, for the resubs today. Y'all are fantastic. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.